Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Today is February 2nd, 2022, which means there's a whole lot of twos happening in today's date. 2/22/22. It's pretty cool. I wanted to go ahead and kind of walk you through a little bit of what you can expect for week 5. But before I do that, just as a reminder that I have returned all of the rough drafts that were given to me. So what you need to do is you can go into Canvas and you can click on your link from there. It's in your Google Docs, so wherever you're housing your Google Docs, you'll see my comments there all along the side. So one thing about the comments is that if I'm asking you questions, don't necessarily feel like you have to answer on your Google Doc. The questions are more there to kind of get you thinking and to kind of help you understand what I was thinking in my process as I was reading your rough draft. So don't feel like you have to answer those questions there. You certainly can if we have a conference, and if you want to engage in that conversation, we can do that, but don't feel like it's required. Um, okay, so let's take a look at this week. So it's the module this week is really long, I won't lie. But I did put some additional information in there because I felt like there were some things that you all needed to see after having read the rough drafts. So the assignment, of course, is here. This is your actual essay assignment. I referred many of you back to the assignment, especially if I felt like your approach to the essay was a little bit unclear and it felt like I'm not quite sure you read the prompt exactly as it was meant to be read. So make sure that you're reviewing that essay prompt. The other thing that I added, and I added this morning, so I added example essays. And I don't always do that, but I felt like there was enough, not confusion, but I don't know, I just felt like folks maybe needed to see kind of what this essay could look like. And so included on this page are 5 different examples from students from last semester who wrote this essay who received a high pass. And what I did was I put it in a PDF format, which includes my feedback. So you can see what their essay is, and then you can kind of see how I'm engaging with that essay. It's not there for you to feel like you have to emulate their style. You don't have to duplicate or replicate their topic. It's more of just a way for you to see what the essay could look like, or what a couple of different successful essays look like. But the other thing that I added, and I also added this morning, is an open discussion board. So that way, if you want to have a conversation about the essay, you don't necessarily need to go into office hours, you've already conferenced or whatever the case is, or you want to ask your classmates about essay number 1. I opened up a discussion board for you. It's not worth points, it's not for extra credit, it's more of just an opportunity for you to connect with other folks about the essay. You can ask questions of me there and I will answer. Again, it's not for a grade or anything, it's more of just as something for us as a community of learners and writers to share information and to try and help each other. Your draft feedback. So I would like everyone to take a look at this page. It's got some overall kind of reminders and things that I saw. I was kind of tracking as I was going through the rough draft and kind of different things that I continued to see. And so I listed them out here on this page. And again, they may not pertain to you, but they might. If nothing else, they're good reminders for essay writing. You do have an optional peer revision this week. So this sometimes will work, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes students love peer revision, sometimes students hate peer revision. Online, it's really hard to do, and so I always make it optional. There was one year I had almost an entire class do the peer revision, and then there was another one of my classes last fall, nobody did it. So it's okay. There's no harm either way, but it's here in case you are interested in swapping papers with somebody. This is a reminder to meet with me for a conference if you haven't already. To do that, just click on schedule a conference here and pick a day or time that works for you. All right, there's a whole heap of writing skills here for you. Introductions and conclusions. Excuse me, there are some tips here for the thesis statement. I referred a lot of you to this one in particular, the topic and the angle, because I think that this is just a really good way to kind of help you get out of that 3-point thesis, or just kind of to help you get unstuck if you're having a hard time writing your thesis. Using evidence, this page is full of a bunch of quick videos that just kind of give you tips and tools for how to integrate evidence into your essay. And then, of course, revising, which you're going to be doing this week and also next week. The last new page that I added is a page where I've kind of assembled a bunch of resources to help those of you who are really struggling with that 3-point thesis. If you're in that formula and you're really having a hard time getting out of it, then I would encourage you to meet with me, conference with me. You can go to the Writing Center, conference with them in the Center for Academic Support. Take a look at the resources here. You know, you don't want to submit an essay in this class that has that 3-point thesis, because it is going to go right back to you with a not yet passing. So you want to make sure that you're kind of moving past that. Now, I know it's hard to do that. And so, you know, I encourage you, meet with me often. Take a look at the resources, and then let's try to work together so you can get out of that habit. All right, so that kind of ends the essay work for this week. This week we have 2 different kind of sets of readings. This first one, these are actually short. And this 1.9 I think is especially interesting. It's about power. And so I'm really curious what you have to say about this. So you have 2 kind of short readings and then a discussion board. Reading 1.10 is probably one of my favorite readings for this unit. It's about how war speak has kind of seeped into our everyday language and our everyday conversation. And you'll see what that looks like when you start thinking about the article, read the article. But what I like about this article is that it really does make you think how much language kind of impacts our thinking, and are we subconsciously more, not warlike, but do we incorporate that thinking more because it's a part of our language? I think that this in particular is, to me, is fascinating when you think about what Ludden's ideas are. So this is a hypothesis for the week. You have a mentor text that actually, a lot of the writers in this unit so far use this particular mentor text of a short paragraph. And then you have your writing territory due by Friday. There's only 1 extra credit opportunity this week, the article about speaking Spanish, which again, it's interesting to kind of think about, and then you're at the end of the week. So this week, really the focus is to continue working on your rough draft, revising it, conference, share with others if you think it'll be helpful. You have your final draft due next week, but you've got time, right? And so use it to the best of your ability. And again, conference with me if you have any questions whatsoever. Be sure to take a look at the my brain just had a be sure to make sure you look at the comments on your Google Doc, and of course let me know if you have any questions. All right, that's it. Enjoy your Tuesday, and hopefully we will somehow connect this week. Take care.